Hey, folks, picture this. I'm in my garage, hands covered in grease, polishing the chrome on my dad's 1967 Chevy Camaro, when Karen Mitchell, the HOA queen of Willow Creek, storms in, screaming that I stole her son's car. Her phone's glued to her ear, fresh off a 911 call, and she's standing there, clipboard in hand, measuring tape dangling from her belt like she's the sheriff of suburbia. Before I know it, cop lights are flashing down the street, and I'm staring at the keys to my own car, wondering how I'm about to get arrested for something I didn't do, but Karen's got no clue her little stunt is about to drag the FBI into our sleepy little neighborhood. And trust me, this story gets wild. Let's back up a bit. I'm Jake Turner, just a regular guy, divorced, living in Willow Creek, a place where every house looks like it came out of a catalog, and the biggest drama is usually someone's mailbox being an inch too close to the curb. My dad, Frank Turner, was a mechanic, the kind of guy who'd spend hours teaching me how to torque a bolt just right, and when he passed 3 years ago, he left me his Camaro. That car wasn't just metal and leather, it was 8 months of my blood, sweat, and late nights, bringing it back from a rusty heap to a gleaming black beauty. It was my connection to him, the one thing that felt like home in a neighborhood obsessed with rules. I kept my head down, walked my Labrador, Max, waved at neighbors, and paid my HOA dues on time. Nobody knew much about me, and I liked it that way. Then there's Karen Mitchell, our HOA president, a 50-something woman who runs this place like it's her personal fiefdom. She's always got her phone out, live streaming every nitpicky violation: grass too tall, fence too short, you name it. Her clipboard's her weapon, and that measuring tape? It's practically her badge of honor. For weeks, she'd been circling my house like a vulture, snapping pictures of my Camaro through the garage window, measuring its damn wheelbase like it was a crime scene. I thought she was just being her usual control freak self, but the way she stared at that car, it wasn't just annoyance. It was something deeper, almost like she recognized it. The morning it all went down, I'm tweaking the carburetor, the smell of oil thick in the air, when I hear her heels clicking up my driveway. "Morning, Jake," she says, all fake sweet for her live stream audience, phone angled just right. "I've been doing some digging on that pretty car of yours." My stomach twists, her tone's got this venom, like she's been waiting for this moment. I keep working, hoping she'll buzz off, but Karen doesn't do subtle. She steps into my garage, uninvited, still filming, and says, "It's funny how some people end up with vintage cars that match stolen vehicle reports." I freeze, wrench in hand, and look up. "You accusing me of something, Karen?" I ask, trying to keep my cool. She smirks, that kind of smile that says she's holding all the cards, and holds up her clipboard like it's a court order. "Just stating facts, Jake. Facts the police might find." Interesting. Then, right there, she dials 911, still streaming, and says, "I'd like to report a stolen vehicle. My neighbor's got a 1967 Camaro that belongs to my son, Ethan." My blood runs cold. Ethan Mitchell's been dead for 5 years, car accident. Big memorial, the whole neighborhood cried for her. Either Karen's lost it, or something seriously twisted is going on. When the cops show up, she's in full grieving mom mode, tears and all, pointing at my Camaro like it's evidence of a murder. I hand over my title and registration, thinking this'll clear things up, but Karen's got a trump card. She tells the cops, "Check the trunk, behind the spare tire." That's where Ethan kept his papers. Sure enough, they find a manila envelope with a registration in Ethan's name, dated 6 months before he supposedly died. I'm staring at this paper, my head spinning, because I've been in that trunk 100 times during the restoration. That document wasn't there before. The cops are looking at me like I'm a thief, and Karen's live stream is blowing up, painting me as the guy who stole from a dead kid. I'm reeling, but I know I'm being set up. That night, I call my buddy Dave Wilson, a lawyer who lives a few houses down and still uses a flip phone like it's 1999. Dave's the kind of guy who collects old typewriters but can spot a legal trap a mile away. "We need a timeline," he says, scribbling in a notepad that looks older than my car. "Someone got into your garage, Jake. Let's see what the neighbors caught." We head to Mrs. Clara Evans, the 70-year-old widow across the street who knows everyone's business. Clara's got a smartphone on a tripod by her window, says she records the street at night to show her grandkids in Chicago what her life's like. "Oh, Jake," she says, pouring us tea in a living room stuffed with family photos, "I saw something odd." She pulls up footage from 2:30 a.m., and there's Karen, clear as day, sneaking into my garage with a flashlight and latex gloves, planting that envelope behind the spare tire. She's even got a diagram of my garage, a professional blueprint with the Willow Creek HOA logo on it. This wasn't a spur-of-the-moment frame job. This was planned. I decide to fight fire with fire. If Karen wants to play the social media game, I'm in. I go live from my garage, the Camaro shining behind me, and play Clara's footage for the world. This is how Karen Mitchell tried to frame me. I say, watching the views climb. The neighborhood blows up, comments, shares, people calling Karen out. She tries to hit back, making fake accounts to defend herself, but she forgets to change her profile picture on 2 of them, and suddenly she's arguing with herself online, looking like a total clown. The community's turning on her, but I'm still stuck on one question. Why my dad's car? What's so special about it that Karen's willing to risk everything? Then I get a call that flips my world upside down. This is Agent Laura Bennett with the FBI. A voice says, calm but commanding. We need to talk about your Camaro. An hour later, I'm in an FBI field office, sitting across from Laura, a no-nonsense woman with gray in her hair and eyes that miss nothing. She slides a USB drive across the table. Your father, Frank, left this with us before he died. Said you'd know what to do with it. I'm floored. My dad was just a grease-stained mechanic, not some secret agent. Laura leans in. Jake, your dad wasn't just a mechanic. He was our informant, working for 15 years to take down a vintage car theft ring. My Camaro? It's not just a car, it's evidence in a multi-million-dollar smuggling operation. And Ethan Mitchell, Karen's dead son? He was a suspect before he vanished 5 years ago. Back home, Dave and I plugged the USB into his ancient laptop, and my dad's voice comes through, rough and familiar, like he's right there. Jake, if you're hearing this, I'm gone, and things are dangerous. The Camaro's got evidence to bring down a theft ring that's been watching us for years. He tells me to press the radio and AC buttons together for 10 seconds. I do, and a hidden panel pops open under the dashboard, revealing microfilm, actual spy movie microfilm. Dave grabs a UV lamp, and we see shipping manifests, bank records, photos of stolen cars headed to Dubai, Japan, you name it. And there's Karen, 20 years younger, clipboard in hand, running an inventory of stolen vehicles. She's not just some nosy HOA lady, she's been in this up to her neck for decades. Karen's not done, though. She's out there live streaming again, now claiming I'm stalking her, waving another manila envelope like it's her next big move. But Clara's footage catches something else: a guy in Karen's driveway during her latest news interview. A guy who looks like Ethan, alive and well, driving a gray Toyota. I tail him with Dave to a storage unit, where he's hauling out a laptop and a briefcase. I call Laura, and she's like, Jake, get out of there. If Ethan's alive, you're in deep. Too late. Karen spots us, goes live, and spins it like I'm the creep harassing her family. Laura's got a plan. Use the Camaro as bait. They rig it with trackers, mics, the works, and I'm supposed to act normal until Ethan, or Ryan Carter, as he calls himself, makes a move. Sure enough, he strolls into my garage, all charm and smiles, offering $150,000 cash for the Camaro. I play along, set a meet at Bayside Marina, a perfect spot for shipping cars overseas. But it goes south fast. One of Ethan's guys finds the tracker, and he drops the act. You're with the FBI, Jake. You know who I am and what we did to your dad. My heart stops. He's admitting they killed my dad. Before I can react, Laura's voice booms through hidden speakers. Ethan Mitchell, you're under arrest. Floodlights snap on, agents swarm, and Ethan makes one last call. Mom, burn it all. We race to Karen's house, where she's frantically wiping her laptop. But she's sloppy. Her cloud backups are still running, and she accidentally emails the entire HOA, confessing to running the theft ring and ordering evidence destroyed. Clara forwards it to the news, and by morning, Karen's in cuffs, her lies trending online. The storage unit's a goldmine: records of 200 stolen cars, millions in transactions, proof my dad spent years building a case against them. Willow Creek boots Karen from the HOA, elects Clara as president, and neighbors apologize for buying her story. Standing in my garage, looking at the Camaro, I feel my dad's presence. He didn't just leave me a car, he left me a fight worth winning. Among his files, I find an envelope with a key to a 1950 Indian motorcycle and a note. Jake, the Camaro's done. The bike's next. Some stories end with justice. Others start something new. Karen and Ethan thought they could bury the truth, but my dad's legacy and a little help from Clara brought them down. What would you do if someone tried to rewrite your life with lies? Have you ever faced a Karen who seemed untouchable? Drop your stories in the comments. I read every one. I'm Jake from Willow Creek, and if you believe truth always finds a way, share this video. Hit that like button and subscribe to Block Tales for more stories of regular folks taking on the big dogs. What's the one thing you'd fight to protect? Let me know below and stick around, 'cause the next case is already heating up.